Hey YouTubers, it is Dungeon Master Mark, and we are doing another review video today. This one is going to be on the book You're Whispering Homunculus. I believe I pronounced that correctly. I know everyone pronounces that word differently. But this is not from actual Paizo or Pathfinder itself, but it is Pathfinder compatible. And this is kind of a GM... what's the word I'm looking for? Not really a tip book, but kind of just like little background information and things that you can use in your campaigns. So it's nothing too specific. It doesn't have to be used for Pathfinder. You can use it for any campaign, Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, whatever. So basically, like I said, this is kind of a little odds and end book where it gives you different things where, like I said, one page may give you, 20 different types of weird festivals you can throw in your campaign. It might give you some oddball items you can find in dungeons and things of that nature. So anyway, like I said, this is a trade paperback. So like I said, pretty good quality. The nice glossy finish. Does retail for $14.99 from Open Design. You can find this on Paizo's website and also from Amazon.com. And it's written by Richard Pent. So let's go ahead and open her up there. As you see, it does have some black and white paperwork on the inside. And so we have a bunch of different topics. We have 20 Daft bets and dares, 50 topics, conversations, everything from 20 holy days, 50 local delicacies, 100 goblin features, 20 humanoid treasures. Let's see, man's best friends, a bunch of different types of breeds of dogs at the horse fair. Just lots of different odds and end things. So like I said, there's, I believe, about 30 different chapters in this book. Like I said, it doesn't have to be read front to back, so it's one of those things you can keep in the bathroom for bathroom reading material. Keep it at your office when you're on your lunch break and you just need something to read, or if you're traveling. But I figured I would go ahead and show you guys a couple of the items that I found in this book that definitely made it worth the money. So 30 unsettling moments aside from the worrisome. So one of my favorite was number 2. The children start to sing a song about beheading whenever a certain PCs enter the facility. So this particular chapter is basically off for just creepy shit you can do as a GM just to unsettle a particular player. So in this point, anytime the PCs are in town, they'll see a group of little kids that walk around and talk about beheading. Like say the player's name is, or the character's name is Fred. They all start singing a song about beheading Fred. And there's other ones too. Let's see. So this one, number 3. A spider seems drawn to one of the PC's legs and constantly crawls up it. So one particular character, every time, maybe they're in the dungeon, every time they fall asleep, they find a same spider crawling up their leg. People who approach their character offering condolences about his or her cousin Maud and the terrible, bizarre gardening accident that caused Maud's sudden death. How come the children's nursery rhyme keeps referring to one of the PCs by name? And worse, why is the rhyme about eating slugs, bugs, and thugs? The 7th daughter of the 7th daughter claims that she has seen one of the PCs in 2 distinct dreams she's had. In the first dream, 3 things happen. He meets her, avoids her, and then is eaten by a huge 6-headed crocodile at midnight. In the second dream, he meets her, marries her, and they live happily ever after. After telling the tale, she smiles toothlessly up at him. So yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of just kind of crazy stuff, as you can probably read in the picture there. And then, let's see, this one here is 20 quick village legends. So let's randomly pick one. Number 7, the staggered man. A leaning, standing stone in a field near the village is said to have been pushed over by a giant called Gaping Grog, who terrorized these parts once. The stone stands nearly 30 feet high and leans alarmingly, and is rumored to crush anyone who sleeps under it who have impure souls. Those of pure heart who dare spend the night beneath its shadow are said to be blessed with a year's good fortune. So yeah, like I said, these are all just kind of random tables and then different things you can kind of throw into your campaign. Some of them are rather hilarious. This one, like I said, 20 strange festivals. The marriage of Mavin. 2 pigs are wed each year in the village. The pigs are dressed in finery and have a proper church wedding and are paraded about the village in a fancy carriage before being slaughtered and roasted at dusk. Some say the tradition began when the village elder was polymorphed into a pig and found that he liked the form so much he remained in it for all his days, even taking a pig wife and siring mini piglets. So like I said, this one, like I said, you can definitely throw out there if the players kind of make their way to some type of really, really weird town and everyone acts weird. Go ahead and go to the next one here. This one's 100 Pointless Objects. So this one I've actually been using in some of my campaigns recently. Number 10, a stuffed cockatrice. A spiked club with so many nails hammered through that it's useless as a weapon. Let's see, hourglass without sand in it. A brazier filled with moss. A jar of pickled raven heads. Display suit of full plate armor rusted completely. A display case of mounted sturge feathers. A selection of red hats. A leather purse filled with rotten teeth. A barrel of acorns. A barrel of melted wax. A puppet bugbear. So definitely, like I said, some weird things you can throw into some treasures that your party might find that they might just find completely unusual. See, these ones are these weird D12 tables. Inside a dozen pit traps. So like I said, they find themselves in a pit trap. Let's see, number 5 is signed by the creator. Number 9 triggers a magic mouth spell that laughs unsettlingly. Number 10 has a second deeper pit trap at its base, which I think that's absolutely hilarious. They fall down a pit trap and then set off a second pit trap. It's kind of a jerk thing to do, but you know. 12 strange doors. This one has hinges at the top, not at the side. Has a dead mummy nailed to it. Is made of balsa wood, so it has a hardness of 0 and 2 hit points. So literally, the wizard can probably punch through the door, which is kind of ironic. And then, like I said, you have some of these little mini, I don't really want to call them quests, but kind of like a little backstory thing where if they're at like a horse fair, they might find different types of traits from horses. So if they're looking to buy a horse, good traits like good-lined, or good-natured, racehorse, bad-tempered, hard to train, hateful, like different types of bad qualities of horses. So things you probably just wouldn't generally think of. The admirable and seldom encountered art of dwarven-infused ale, which I think this one's kind of hilarious. So this one has some weird ales, like Hort Humpert's Fighting Ale, a thick, vicious, dark ale that smells of iron. Grants +1 to all intimidate checks. And then it has a fortitude save. So like I said, it gives you a lot of weird kind of background information. And this one about the man's best friend shows you some of the weird breeds of dog. So you have a goblin chasing greyhound that's been specifically bred just to chase goblins out of town. You have different types of guard dogs like the orcish gate dog. Then you have a mongrel dog, it's a crossbred dog. Sheep hounds and all kinds of weird things like that. This one you have some variants of basilisks. And then some weird oddball kind of spells, just some little odds and ends. This has some adventure seeds. So different kind of little kind of starter adventures you can give the PCs. And that's about it. Like I said, so all together it's 166 pages. Like I said, $14.99, so not a bad value. Like I said, this is definitely a good book where, you know, if you're going to work and you just want something to throw in your lunchbox to read when you get bored, maybe something to throw in the bathroom for some of that quality time. But overall, like I said, I cannot say good enough things about this book. If you do get a chance, definitely, like I said, either download it or maybe pick it up. I did see they do have a second one that I believe is already out now, so keep an eye out for that. And stay tuned, I have more GM tips and review videos coming up for you guys, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.